Alright guys, here's an update of my training. Next week I start my last strength cycle of this year. That doesn't mean I stop lifting, but it does mean my purpose for lifting is going to change. During off season I spent a lot of hours in the weight room to try to get stronger, to build muscle mass, and after this next strength cycle my lifting will be for explosiveness and to keep me fresh enough to train and compete at a high level. I've approached the 2017 season with a mindset of competing in June, July, and August. This poses one problem because the college season provides the most amount of meets during March, April, and May. If I focus on just competing a lot in those 3 months, I just don't think I'll survive until August for competing. And I've learned this from experience. I've always tried to compete in March, April, May, and June, and July, and in August, and I just never make it. And I tend to throw okay, and in those first 3 months or so, or even first 4 months, but I've had a hard time coming out of that and surviving. So I purposely programmed my year to peak later, and I think it's working, but we'll see. You might wonder why am I trying to compete so late in the summer? The big picture here is my goal is to compete at the Olympic Games or World Championships or meets like that. And those meets are in the late summer, in August or even September sometimes. And even though I may only throw 60 meters or 200 feet this year, I'm still focusing on my long-term goals of 4 years from now. And I think it would be good to adjust to learn to throw far in the summertime. Kind of another concern I have is that I only have 3 meets scheduled between now and USA Nationals. Last fall, when I started training, I pictured having no trouble throwing over 60 meters by USA's. So I sort of assumed it would be no problem for me to make it. But as of right now, I don't feel like I'm guaranteed to make Nationals. I think it's possible for me to throw 60, 61 meters before Nationals, but I don't think it's a shoo-in. And with only 3 meets until USA's, I don't have very many opportunities to hit a good throw before then. And discus is so finicky with weather, just not guaranteed I'll do it. I could very easily, my next 3 meets, get there and be strong tailwinds on each meet. I'm just not at this point. I'm not a good enough discus thrower to throw 200 feet in a tailwind. So I plan my training to be at my best in June, July, and August. So I mean, choosing to not compete very much in the spring, then there's a chance that I might not make it in 2017. But I'm trying to relax about this. Regardless of what meets I compete at this year, I'm confident I'm going to throw 200 feet. It just might not happen until July or August, and if that's the case, I'm okay with that. Kind of now that I know my situation and my expectations are lined up with my situation, I feel a bit more renewed about the next few months of training. I mean, I'm excited to get into this next cycle and lift some big weights. My plan is to focus on snatch, incline bench, back squats, heavy flies, and a list of other auxiliaries. Also, I'll begin to do more dynamic and plyometric movements. I'm going to incorporate some sprints, overhead shot throws, jumps, and my intention is to pump out about 8 throwing sessions a week, continuing to work on specific strength. Big picture here, my training has been fantastic. Now that I've trained 2 whole years since my restart, my training for the 2017 has been by far the best. I'm approaching PR levels in strength in several lifts, and I'm beginning to get some high-level feeling again as I throw. Right now, my focus is on the next 6 weeks or so. I have 3 chances to throw some far throws, and I'm trying to hone my skills in to do that. Man, I want to throw far, and I want to go to nationals, and so I'm just trying to focus, understand what I got to do, and be as prepared as I can be to have that shot. I really appreciate your support in the last several months as I've posted videos on YouTube. Your comments have been fantastic and is an inspiration, and I look forward to what's to come. Thanks, guys.